Dave Portnoy is a philanthropist blogger and founder of the sports and pop culture of Barstool Sports, but even he has his lesser-known facts, and today we'll be talking about them with 10 things you didn't know. While it is true that Portnoy has been seen with former cheerleader Shannon St. Clair, it is also true that he has not always been a bachelor. He was a millionaire up until 2017, and he was married to Renee Satterway, a social media personality, for 8 years. They got married in 2009, a few years after the company that makes Barstool was founded by Portnoy and Company. She quickly became quite an asset as well as a wife. However, there was trouble in paradise as rumors of an affair began to spread in 2016. An interesting piece of information about the multimedia tycoon that a lot of people might not even be aware of, and that is education from within his educational history. The fact of the matter is that despite the fact that he is the founder of the company, he attended university for education. He attended the University of Michigan from 1995 to 1999, where he received a bachelor's degree in education with the intention of teaching. After it was discovered that the woman who had been a mystery in his life at one point was actually Jordan Hamilton, but soon after their separation was announced by Dave. Through his blog, the official separation that took place in late 2017. In the years that followed, he publicly called out Hamilton for cheating on him, which led to the breakup of his relationship. As soon as he had his diploma, however, he made the decision to relocate back to his hometown of Boston, Massachusetts, where he had begun his career. He spent 4 years working for the Yankee Group, a local market research company, before beginning his magazine with a few co-workers who would eventually become associates of the organization that would later be known as Barstool Sports. As the saying goes, the rest, as they say, is history. Despite the fact that Portnoy is strongly associated with Barstool and its brand, he has nonetheless founded his own independent company, Trademark Style Online. And in the public sphere, after all, he was and still is a big blogger on both Twitter and Instagram, with 2.3 million followers on the former and 3.4 on the latter. Though this is for the better and the worst of himself and his brand, he's better because he brings more attention to himself and more income as a side job being an online influencer, but also for the worst, because many of his online outlets have captured some of his worst moments on various social media sites. There have been times when Portnoy has exhibited problematic behavior, which has been brought to the attention of his large following, and this following has not been reluctant to call him out on inappropriate behavior. Many of those who have been fans of the man for a very long time have witnessed everything there is to see. I don't know if she gets a pat on the back for living with Puerto Ricans. I don't see color. I don't see race. She has been calling out ex-lovers, making sexist and racist statements in this day and age, and gentrification. All of these things are things that she believes she deserves. We have a fun little fact about his personal life that he's very open and honest about to his many fans. The fact is that he doesn't eat breakfast. That might seem very insignificant to many, but the reason in which he doesn't start his day off with a first meal is very interesting in an article about his daily life done by an online trade magazine. In his own words, Dave Portnoy admitted that he believed breakfast to be a scam. He said, "I don't eat breakfast. I think breakfast is a scam. People say that it's the most important meal of the day. It's just not true. I'm not hungry. I don't need the calories. I eat way more. I don't need to buy into the whole breakfast agenda." This is an unusual belief, but Portnoy has remained very steadfast in his belief that breakfast is a scam. With this next fact, he more than makes up for the meal that he gave up. In addition to the content that he posts on Instagram on a daily basis, Dave Portnoy also has an experienced reviewer of one category of cuisine, stated in the same interview from number 7 that he would eat pizza every day around noon in order to compensate for the calories that he had lost. Along the same lines as his belief that breakfast is not necessary, he also believes that this is a good process for him. This process has become a norm in his creation of an add-on publication online segment called Barstool Pizza Reviews or One Bite Pizza Reviews. As of the year 2020, he has tried more than 500 different kinds of pizzas from all over the United States, and he has made over 886 videos for this segment. He clearly enjoys doing this for his business, so it's no surprise that he is well liked by admirers of both Portnoy and Barstool Sports. Now let's move on to number 5. which pertains to his everyday life and Dave's personality. As an example, every morning Dave has a pretty strict routine. One of his rituals is to listen to the same playlist on his way to work. It's funny, because this playlist was actually created by accident, but now he uses it to get a good start to his day. In the course of an interview, he detailed the events leading up to this. He continues by saying, "I have one playlist that I started a long time ago called Wrecking Ball. I didn't know how to use Spotify back then, and the first song I put on it was Miley Cyrus's Wrecking Ball. Now it has around 600 songs and includes everything from Miley Cyrus to Jimmy Buffett, AC/DC, country Kanye, and so on. If I like a song, it gets added to it." A coincidence that turned into his daily routine, his legion of admirers can only dream that he'll release this playlist, so they too can get the kind of inspiration and motivation that their idol martial sports gurus exude. On Thursday night, the Packers will play the Eagles in a football game. When most people think about Dave Portney, politics is probably not the first thing that comes to mind. Yet many interpreted his 2013 suggestion that he add that task to his list of potential positions as a playful mischief. After the previous mayor, Thomas Menino, stepped down, next mayor of Boston. He hired a campaign manager, raised over $17,000 in campaign contributions, and gathered 5,000 signatures from Boston citizens. Unfortunately, he didn't receive enough nomination signatures to qualify for the full election. Fortunately, there aren't too many hurt feelings on Portnoy's side, and maybe he can try again someday. Being the owner and founder of a sports magazine is a busy job. It's important to be the first to report on anything sports-related. However, during the 2019 Super Bowl, Dave Portnoy missed his chance to get the first look and may not be able to get another chance in the future. He made a terrible choice as a reporter when he tried to fake reporter credentials to get into the opening night. His plan didn't work, and he was arrested and led away by the Atlanta police force. He was charged with criminal trespassing for his actions, but it's still unclear why such a powerful brand owner would need to fake credentials in the first place. Many people think it's because of an incident years ago between Barstool and the NFL, in which Portnoy and some friends allegedly staged a protest in the lobby of the NFL headquarters. As a result, Portnoy and all of his employees at the publication were banned from all Super Bowl events. There's been no news about whether he attended or tried to attend the 2020 Super Bowl, but signs point to a no. 2020 would be even more eventful for Portnoy. There are different opinions on whether or not Portnoy's name should even be used. In 2019, there was a leaked sex tape of Dave Portney, and I put it online so everyone could see. However, no one has been able to agree on whether the president of Barstool was actually the man in the video, even though most of his fans and critics think he is based on little clues he's given on social media about his more adult habits. In that year, Dave's official Twitter account posted a message that neither confirmed nor denied the claim. However, a lot of the words were meant to be funny and praised the unknown man. This made people think it must be Portnoy, but we will never know for sure. Now we'll talk about something that his friends and critics know more about, but most people don't. Is that Dave Portnoy thinks he is, in his own words, uncancelable more than once? It's been said that he and the things he posts on Barstool are sexist, racist, and generally offensive, but he doesn't seem to mind and sometimes even embraces it. I don't know if it's any different from how Republicans and Democrats do things, but there has to be a better way to do it. They just scream at each other and look like idiots. He responds to people who call him out by saying that he won't change his views for political correctness or cancel culture. He says, "I'm one of the few honest guys. If they promised me that 2 billion people would buy t-shirts, I might fall in line like everyone else." This attitude has kept him going so far, but only time will tell if he can keep it up. What do you think? Did anything on this list surprise you? Did we miss something? Let us know. See you in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell button to get more videos like this. See you next time.